in third grade, one of my friends gave me a Japanese comic book, and it kind of altered the entire course of my life. So the first one that I was given was like a Shonen Jump magazine. And so it was in English at the time, of course. I hadn't started speaking Japanese yet at that point. And so in the US, they would come out monthly. And like, I only knew that you could get them in like bookstores or grocery stores, like stuff like that. Like for some reason, they were just like decently around. So I was like, okay, every month got a new one. It was like fiending. And you know, like it's weird because, you know, it always just felt like an escape from the reality that I was in, where I was like, you know what, like being able to see superheroes, whether it be in, you know, the Japanese manga format or just like seeing like Iron Man and stuff like that. Like it was a world that I could dream of. And like, honestly, like when you had superpowers, you were able to dream beyond being Black. Until like you saw Black Panther and it gave you a reality of both. And you were like, damn, I can have both. And like, not that I like dreamt that I was white ever, but like I definitely dreamt that those superpowers could almost take away like my feeling different because I was Black, if that makes sense. Like those powers would not just overcome like normal human like issues or like problems, but it would allow me to like transcend that into a different type of person. And I think for me, it was something that I really, I just loved. Like it clicked so naturally, and it's one of the few things in life that like people always say like you find a passion and you just find things that you're passionate about. It may not be something that you create, but you just love it. It really just shifted the way I viewed the world because like at the end of the day, like I will never be Japanese, but I always feel like a son of Japan simply for the fact that like that art form and like just kind of that moment shaped the rest of my life. Like the middle school I went to because they literally had those type of books in the library and taught Japanese. And like in ninth grade, I was able to like go to Japan as like a foreign exchange student. And then in college, I went, you know, to Penn and like got into the Huntsman program to study Japanese, and then ended up, you know, studying abroad in Japan, simply off of being given a comic book. And I think like just kind of those moments of your childhood that just completely transform like the way you live and like your life, they're just like so valuable. And just like, I don't know, I think like you said, like it's a weird dichotomy of like feeling like you had to grow up, and like yet being able to read that stuff never made me feel like I had to grow up too fast at times.